So we've tried to interact with this person. Okay? We haven't gotten interaction. We've come up to this person. We've tried to eye contact, smile, shake their hands, engage them in conversation. Nothing works. Our antennae are way up. Right? Okay? So what do we do next? Have we just been receiving intelligence?
Yes.
Okay, so what do we got to do with our intelligence? We have to disseminate it to who? To security or police at this point. Okay? So you have to make a decision whether you leave this person or you call somebody over. And that's a tactical on the ground dictated by the terrain and situation, whether you feel you can leave this person and go get somebody and tell a police officer. If Johnny comes back over here again, okay, and he's just standing here, okay, and so I tried to talk to him and make contact with him, and he's kind of ignoring me. Okay, now I'm going to use that to my advantage. So he won't talk to me. He's got his hat down. He's just not working. So I'm going to now, instead of dominating the room, I'm going to what? I'm going to dominate him. Because I haven't seen anybody. So dominating him, I am here or here. No, I'm not going to stay in his face because then I'm vulnerable. Okay, no, not quite this space. I'm going to be just outside. If I'm in this space, he'll feel me, he'll sense me, okay, and turn. In my martial art, the 5th degree black belt test is you kneel down, Japan with the grandmaster. He puts a sword, cuts down with your eyes closed. You got to move out of the way. Okay, so they'll feel you. If you don't think that's true, just when you're leaving, get in the car next to you at the light. Look over at the guy in the car next to you and see how long it takes for him to look over it. It's quantum physics. Okay, or spiritual connection, whatever you want to call it. Bah. Okay? All right? But I'm going to stay just outside of his circle of safety, and I am now going to control him. Okay, so this is a red gun. This is a training plastic red gun. Okay? It can't hurt anybody, can't shoot. Okay? It's what we use for training purposes. Okay? So, and then there's one other trick you can do as well, is if I'm concerned about him and he's wearing baggy clothes or something, as I go by him, okay, I can either do this or I can do this. Okay? Excuse me. Because I'm still trying at that point to get a reaction, right? And maybe he was just, texting or listening to his iPod or whatever, okay? But the two things are accomplished here. I still might make some contact, nudge him out of where he's at, but I'm also what?
Looking for reaction.
I am checking for weapons. Just with this brush, with this just backhanded brush. Why do I need to, what about doing the whole thing? Huh? Can't do that, right? But do I need to do that? No. But where can his hands reach right now? Right here. Okay? So doing that right here is enough. Okay? So I can do it to the front. Okay? And then I'm controlling the back. Right? You see gangbangers wear baggy clothes. That's why. They put an AK-47 down his baggy clothes. Okay? Make sense? Okay? So that if he then does come out with a weapon, I think we'll do this down here. Okay? So the weapon comes out. Bring the weapon out. Okay? And he starts to point the weapon. Okay? I can now move in here. See this? Okay? And I can control him here. Okay? And from here, it's very easy for me to bring this weapon up. See that? And because I'm right here on his knee. Okay? Now, how much effort was that?
Not much at all.
Okay? So there's a nerve called the sciatic here. If I'm hitting this, he will actually have to fall down. And I'm stepping through here as I bring this up and just pressing down. See this knee pressing down? He has to fall. Okay. See that? And the weapon is what direction? Okay? Now I'm sure there's some shooters here. Give my demonstrator a hand, please. Okay. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are shooters, I hope so. And you're used to square ranges and horizontal ranges, okay? This is uprange, this is downrange, right? Okay? But in combat, that's not necessarily the case. Okay? In special forces, I got to rappel down the sides of buildings and blow windows and go in and do all kinds of cool, fun stuff. Okay? Sometimes the range can only be vertical. In a crowded tea party where somebody pulls out a weapon, where's the range? Up or down. The range is vertical. Okay? You've got to get that weapon vertical. If you don't, what? That bullet's gonna pass all over the place. Okay? So did you see how I brought his weapon up very quickly? Even if the weapon is pointed at you, if he starts shooting, there's nothing you can do about it. Okay? If he's pointing the weapon and he's trying to rob you or something, you do have time. If you initiate the action, you have about 0.9 of a second because your movement has to go to his brain, go upside down, turn around, come back down, and say, pull the trigger. Okay? So you even have space, which equals time, which equals survivability in that situation. Is that important to know?
Yes.
Because as sheepdogs, especially as American sheepdogs, you get paid to do, you don't get paid, you have to do the impossible. You have to do in a microsecond after 10, 20, 30 years of training, when God says, now, you have to do the impossible. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay? So, if Johnny brings the weapon up on me, okay, the first thing I do is I clear the line of fire, okay? Now, it's best if I step in, so that if he pulls back, I'm still not downrange. If I step in, now I'm, where am I in the range? Uprange. We're uprange. I'm barely uprange, but I'm uprange. See that? Okay? The next thing I do is neutralize the weapon for a second. Okay? Now the next thing I do, and I didn't do this to you, you can say thank you now, okay, is you neutralize the attacker. Okay? And then you take the weapon. Okay? The reason for that is, I'm hitting the esophageal cartilage here. You have to go down. Okay? It's not pain compliance, it's mechanical compliance. Jugular notch. He has to go down. And if he's not criped, emergency tracheotomy, within the hour he'll be dead. Okay? But he will go down. Okay? It's not about pain because I'm on adrenaline drugs and he is too. So is it about pain? No. It's about mechanical compliance. Okay? But that's why you wouldn't be able to do the rest of what you did. Because you wouldn't be thinking about your gun, you'd be thinking about trying to breathe. And you'd be on the ground. Okay? Because at speed, this looks...
Oh, cow.
It looks like that. Okay? All right? Makes sense? Now, give Johnny a hand. We're professionals. Don't go home and do this. Especially you. Not you. Okay? I'm looking for the young kids, okay? All right? Seriously, if you want to learn how to do this stuff, we teach all this stuff all the time. Okay? But I'm giving you an overview of what you can do and showing you that no situation, no crisis is impossible or unsolvable. Especially by Americans. We've proven that through our heritage.
Amen.